this week, all three teams are playing Essendon at Essendon. And with me, I have Craig, I have Lester, Craig Ellis, Lester, see, get the idea. Talking about the 50s, we've had probably 3 games since we last talked about the radio. We had a loss to Brunswick, a win over Diamond Valley, then a loss to Beaky up at Beaky. Quick summary of each of the 3. We'll start with Brunswick. We got done over fairly well.
Yeah, definitely got overrun badly. I think ran out of men, no bench, didn't help. Battled away, probably wasn't our strongest side in on that one. So we did what we could on the day, but as we always tried, the Cowboy spirit to do what you can. The next game was, which one was that? Plenty Valley?
Plenty Valley. So yeah, we did lose numbers. We lost. Morty did a hammy properly. Georgie redid his hammy, and then I think we just had a bit of natural attrition, and we were left with nothing on the bench. So then we came home and we played Diamond Valley.
Yes, that was an excellent game.
Sorry, not Diamond Valley. Plenty Valley. Greensboro, really.
Greensboro, yeah. No, I think that was a really good game. We started off slowly, as we seem to do. 4 goals to 3. They were kicking with the wind from memory, and I think we came home pretty well. And I don't think they scored one more goal after quarter time. So I think we held them pretty well, and it was pretty all even performance throughout on that one. Yeah,
we took a while to get our act to gear, and you're right. They only kicked, I think, one more goal for the rest of the game, and we piled on a few. Helped by Joey Regolo, who kicked 9 on the day.
He did, actually. He kicked 9. He could have had 10. I passed it to him at the end there, and he's probably only missed for the day.
Well, I reckon it was 10 because we had 15 goals on the official score sheet, but I think it was 16 because I think Joey did get to double figures, which is a Cowboy record he would now share. So we'd forgotten about that at the time. Otherwise, he might have taken more time over that last shot to get the record 11. From there, we headed up to Beaconsfield, and again, we got stitched up.
Yeah, tough day at the office. Very strong, competitive side. Struggle against them. Obviously, they've got a powerful full forward in Gorozides, like we have in Joe. And the score probably didn't reflect how we played, I guess. I think it was a bit closer than that, but they were probably just a little bit harder at the contest, a little bit more polished than we were in the end, and that was probably the difference, I think. But we'll be, hopefully, if we make finals, look forward to playing them again and turning the tables.
Yeah, I'd be confident playing them again because I was talking to them after the game. They had probably their strongest team in, they said, that day. And we were a bit wasteful early in the game. I think we kicked 1 goal in the first quarter and we could have kicked 4, unfortunately.
Yeah, it should have easily been 3-4 goals up at quarter time, I think. That set the tone too for the day, so that didn't help.
Yep. And now this week we head off to Essendon. Now in the 50s we haven't played Essendon yet. It's round 7, we haven't played Essendon yet, but we play them in round 7 and then again in round 10, so we get them twice. Hopefully they'll have a team. Their numbers have been a little bit sketchy over the past few weeks, but looking forward to it. We've been 3 weeks without a game. I think most guys are itching to get back out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to get out there, get another win on the board, and get our season rolling back again because we don't want to fall out of that top 4. So have to win. So it's a must do.
We do. We need a good win. So thanks, Craig. Thanks, Lester, for joining us. We'll get Sarge to have a chat. Sarge has been playing in the Supers. He had an injury, missed a couple of games, but he's back now. Good day, Sarge. Welcome to Carrum Cowboy Radio.
Thank you. Nice to have me.
Now, do you want to put the free plug in now?
No.
No? Okay, because there is a certain dining establishment in Carrum that you have a connection to.
I do, yeah. So Beach Bar at Carrum. So if you need a feed or a couple of beers, pop on down.
Yep, brightly blue, not far from the station if you need public transport. Outdoor, indoor dining.
All that, and close to the beach, and we have sailing stuff to hire, canoes, kayaks, all sorts of stuff, stand-up boards in the summer when it's not freezing. So
keep that in mind when the hot weather comes. You can have a feed and a bit of fun down at the beach. So, Supers, how have they been going? We've missed a few weeks, so we've got to rewind the clock a little bit. I suppose we'll start most recently and go backwards. Beaky?
Beaky, we tried really hard. We were just undermanned, unfortunately. So, yeah, they got us in the end. I think it was by about 80 points. It was only about 6 goals at half time though, so we just ran out of legs.
Yes.
The effort can't be faulted.
Yeah, it went a bit ugly towards the end. And before that, I'm struggling to remember, was home game against the Western Saints.
Yeah, much the same as our story for the year, really. We go okay and then we just fall away at the end. So maybe we need a better pre-season.
Maybe we do a bit of pre-season and a bit more depth maybe along the way. So the guys have just taken off. You might want to run off with them to get your warm-up because you did have an injury. What was it, hammy?
I've had a hamstring and some sore ribs, so I'm all good now.
We've got ex-president. Danger's here. Now, do you want to start with the obvious? I mean, we just had a talk to Sarge. We started with the obvious for the free plug for the Carrum Beach Bar. Do we start with the performance of the Melbourne Demons?
I would say yes. Back on board 2 in a row. Luke Jackson back, Maxi Gorn back. Form over Geelong. Going to be a crackerjack game, but I think the D's all round.
Right, and no more fighting between the CEO and various parties with secret emails.
Talk about who punched who in the face or didn't get a game in the grand final.
Oh, I've forgotten about the fight.
Yeah, let's not have...
Sorry, altercation.
Altercation.
But it looks like the emails have been passed on to North Melbourne. They're having a bit of a crack at the old, you did this and you did that.
Been a mafia,
Something like that. He's thrown several 100,000 in.
Yeah, he's got them. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing too. We're north right now in the grand scheme of things.
They're down towards... Well, they're holding everyone else up, so they're fairly strong in that aspect.
Speak freely about poor team performance. What do we have, 180 by Geelong, and Essendon the same year was 100 and something, and yeah, it wasn't a good year for the D's that year. So
No, it does go that way. Maybe we can get some contact with that North guy, and he can throw... If he doesn't want to throw it at North Melbourne, he can throw it at the Cowboys.
I'm going to say, we've got a few North Melbourne boys here who could probably get on the phone.
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a tenth of it, wouldn't we?
Oh,
1%.
yeah, that'll do.
Okay. Now, Masters, bye last week, or last game, because Beaky have chosen to have 45s and not Masters, which... That's their decision. Before that, it was Western Saints here, and that didn't go too well.
No, they come over with, I think, 14 blokes, and everyone backed up, but they played well. But they looked like a bunch of blokes have played together for a long time. Yeah. They had their young bloke, they had a little guy who ducked a little bit, and they complained about him.
A Ginnivan.
Correct. But even they said, look, that's why we don't let him play too many games because we don't like it. But everyone else, they looked like they were a unit. They all, they're all talking the same language. They were around each other all the time. They looked like they had good systems. So.
And the game before that was a win at Werribee.
Werribee. I'm not sure how that's gone down. We had a few blokes, I think, Oggy come in after half time. I think there's a little bit of noise about blokes not being on the team sheet. Right. So we might not actually get the points for that if they complain about that. I did a great job. I had a dodgy calf, so I was on for a quarter and a half. And as soon as everyone else turned up, I've gone pink vest and...
Subbed off.
Correct.
Medical sub.
That did well for me, but that's my... I got a goal when they were over here.
Oh, the memorable goal from the danger pocket flank.
Just get that plug in about kicking a goal from.
Yep.
I think it was about here anyway.
Oh, it was easy. You kicked it over the stand from memory, blindly.
So I was hoping to get back on the scoreboard, and unfortunately, no.
Oh, not to worry, but it was a win. So this week we all go to Essendon. Hopefully Essendon have got enough players for all their teams. The 50s, they've been a bit dodgy, and previous teams, Essendon have turned up with like 14 or something, and there's been a bit of swapping of players so everyone gets a game. But it's at home, so they might have more.
You'd hope so. And putting my ex-president hat back on, there was always some runctions at higher levels with Essendon not being a good corporate citizen of the league along the way. So let's hope all of that's gone as well, and they've just got players.
Yes, there'd be very many naysayers that said they were playing for premierships and didn't create a culture of continuity. That's my alliteration for the day.
It's the Diamond Valley, I think, have taken that mantle at the moment. But
allegedly, we will always say.
Sorry, put that in. Yeah, but no, let's hope we get a good game at least. Not sure how they've been because they've been out for a little while.
Yeah, and we haven't played them. It's round 7, we haven't played them, so it'll be interesting to see how we go.
But I tell you, what's working really well, which we found in the Werribee game, was the bus trip. They're first-year guys down here who probably feel like they've been here for 2 or 3 years now, just from one bus trip. A few cans on the way back over. A little bit
responsibly.
Oh, clearly, except for when Sarge tipped all the empties down the aisle when we got back here. But a little bit of malarkey, but it's just great bonding. And, you sit next to someone for half an hour and you learn more about them in that half hour than you do for what we do here. So
Yes, it goes back to the first year of the Cowboys when we went to Werribee with the Bendy bus. Now, I wasn't on the Bendy bus, but there's all sorts of stories coming back from the Bendy bus in the first year. So, good to see. And there may be a bus going to Essendon. I don't know if that's true. I just saw some rumours on Facebook that there might be a bus. I don't think so, but we'll wait and see.
Well, hopefully, because I like that. Although it was better than the bus we had here years ago when we went down to Mornington and we had to push it out the car park. That was an auspicious start to the day.
I'm actually talking at a bus convention on Friday, so I might mention get a plug in for see if we can get a bus. So thanks, Danger. Get out there amongst them. Well, that's a bit of a wrap up for a few weeks. We hadn't been around. Various fixturing, various availabilities. So we should be back in another fortnight when we're away again. We're all the way down to Geelong. So we probably need a bus or two for that, although I think the 50s are going to make a night of it and stay Saturday night and play on the Sunday. Anyway, hope you're all well. Hope you're all staying safe. Get down, come down, become a Cowboy, support the Cowboy in whichever way you can, and all the best. See you later.